think I can. How do you turn off the chat on that? There we go. Hi, guys. Sorry. Welcome to Monkey in the Morning. I'm your host, the Ranting Monkey. He's Jack Cochran. Say hi, Jack.
Hi.
How you doing tonight, Jack?
I'm doing great. I just got up from a nap, and then I saw the world was falling apart because you told me.
Man.
And holy God, Portland's going to be on fire in about 5 minutes.
Yeah, guys. Some breaking news here. Wow. Let me pull up a still shot of it because I won't be able to play the actual video and stuff because my internet is shit. And this won't be the best picture because some of them are small. But this is the scene in Portland from several different, I'm going to blow it up as big as I can, several different angles. This one probably being the best angle for you to be able to see what happens. You got 1, 2, I think that's a cop, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, maybe 12 cops in front of this building. And this crowd here, angry, Jack. At, from what I've heard, they're mostly angry about that kid getting shot with the pepper ball the other day in the face.
No, they're angry because they're a bunch of losers, and this is an excuse.
Yeah, this is a problem. This is scary, guys. They're not where they usually are over there in Portland. Usually in Portland, they are at the Justice Center. The problem with going to the Justice Center is that, well, the feds are there. It's a federal building. And the feds don't have the same restrictions that the mayor of Portland has put on his police department. The police there in Portland have rules about, like they can't use pepper spray and tear gas, all that stuff they're not supposed to be using.
Yeah, the pepper ball that hit the kid was fired by a fed. Because they're not allowed to use those anymore in Portland. So they're mad about what the feds did, but they're taking it out on the local PD.
Well, somebody, and I'm not sure who, finally told these idiots to stop fucking with that building. Because the building they're in front of right now, this is the police union building there in Portland. This is not a federal building at all. So, I mean, they could call in federal help if they needed to, which... if this crowd doesn't calm the fuck down, they might need to.
They should have called it in 10 minutes ago, based on the size of this crowd and how angry they are. You mind if I drop the link for this?
No, please do. It's Eyes On. That's where we've been watching like we always do.
Yeah, he seems to be kind of shadow banned. So, sorry if we're not paying too close of attention to chat, but this is a powder keg. And we've been following this for about a month now.
The Useless Cook says, yeah, fuck with the police union, smart. Well, here's the thing. They are boarding up the police union right now. And as they're doing it, this crowd is they're just being complete shitheads.
Yeah, these cops are vastly outnumbered, too.
Yeah, this could go bad real quick. Here's the thing about these protesters, guys. They are giant pussies. They really are. But in a crowd, they get brave.
Yeah, like most mobs, they gin themselves up, which gets everybody around them fired up, and they get very arrogant and brave together. So mobs are the most dangerous thing you can have because they don't think about repercussions. You're swept up in that crowd mentality, and these kids are not smart to begin with.
Yeah, if you go over to that feed that Jack just threw in the chat, the middle camera there, middle bottom, that is from the police department themselves, from the police union themselves. Unfortunately, it's not the best angle. And yeah, I hope nothing happens. I really do. I hope this crowd just calms the fuck down and goes the fuck home. But I've been watching for maybe 20 minutes now, however long since me and Satsu stopped our stream. I've been just glued to this. They just keep getting more and more riled up. And that is not a good thing. Will you be doing live commentary? As best I can, because I can't even watch it on the computer right now because I don't want to fuck up the show because my internet connection sucks ass. I have it playing on my phone in front of me, burning my time to watch for the month. We have a plan, Jack, that gives us quite a bit of data. but nobody really uses their phone away from their house. So everybody has Wi-Fi. And we had to get this plan because when my daughter moved, she was just killing our data. Like, kid, listen. But yeah, they're in a house now that has, the Wi-Fi and everything, so no big deal. But we still have that plan. So I'm like, well, fuck it. When there's things like this, I'm gonna watch on my phone as best I can. The unrest there in Portland is absolutely asinine to begin with. Remember, guys, this is all over Black Lives Matter. So they're gonna beat up the police union. But now they have their own martyr because that kid got rubber bullet, pepper ball, whichever it was that hit him. I'm not sure which. But because he got hit by that, oh my God, there's one guy in the crowd. I don't know if the mother is there tonight, but he keeps yelling, look her in the face. Look her in the face. Well, I'd look her in the face.
Yeah, be like, your kid was being a fucking retard. Did he die?
I don't know.
I bet he didn't even die, but they probably all think he did.
Last I knew, no. What was that? Portland, right? Portland. Guy shot with rubber bullet in face.
Thanks for dropping links, Stargazer. Appreciate it.
The first thing that pops up is a video. Of course it is.
Because giggling at this time is very productive.
Horrific moment. Cops shoot Portland protester in the head. Like they were using a real bullet. Calm down. Relax.
If they wanted, they could have used the 30-06 and popped his head right off. Give me a fucking break.
Okay, this is 11 hours ago, and they're still saying just head injury. Oh, damn. Yeah, there's pictures of him on the ground. He was bleeding pretty good.
Well, don't go play stupid games.
Yeah, I mean, look, we're talking about, this was a very specific moment in time. They had already fired tear gas at these guys. They had just thrown a flash. It wasn't a true flashbang. It was just a flash. I don't know what the hell that thing was. It just popped and flashed real quick. And he just, no, I'm manlier than that. And if you look at all the cops in front of him, not one of them raised a weapon. So that came from somewhere else. One of the other police that you can't see on the screen at that time. You have no idea if anybody was pointing a gun at him or not. I would bet not.
Probably not.
But oh my goodness, he got knocked out. They said he had to have surgery. I haven't seen any official thing that says that. So I don't know. I think he got hit in the head. He got beamed, man. You ever see somebody get beamed in the head with a baseball? They drop like a sack of wheat, man.
Yeah, I've been hit several times with baseballs, and the ground becomes your friend very quickly.
Yeah, so, I mean, don't be out there doing stupid shit. I didn't get shot that night. You know why? I was here. I was minding my own fucking business.
Yeah.
I wasn't out there pretending to care about Black Lives Matter and look how manly I am. I hope somebody touches my pee-pee. Go fuck yourself, kid. I don't even mind him being in the crowd and stuff, but he was purposefully being up there. I'm so manly. Are you? Because it looked like you look like a bag of sand. Seriously,
it looked kind of gay holding that big stereo up like you're in that crappy 80s movie.
Say Anything.
Yeah, whatever it's called.
Say Anything with John Cusack, where to win a woman's love, he stands there with a boombox playing In Your Eyes from Peter Gabriel.
Yeah, I still don't get how
that's... I just know that.
Your hair knew that.
My hair knew that.
I don't get how that's romantic to begin with. You're just some dude loitering on somebody's yard holding a stereo.
It's a little creepy.
A little. That's stalker shit.
Yeah, if I was your dad, I'd come out and be like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, get out of here, weirdo, or I'll kick your ass. Today, she'd have a restraining order on his creepy butt.
Yeah. I've never seen that movie, by the way, guys. It's just that was a very big pop culture moment for some reason.
Yeah, it really kind of stuck in people's heads for whatever.
He is embarrassing himself. Is that what it was supposed to be about? I embarrass myself all the time.
Yeah, humiliating yourself for a woman is not always a good idea.
Look, Lady Monkey, when I embarrass myself, she's like, "Stop it." She doesn't like when I do it, but that's usually because it's probably embarrassing her too. Because I don't get embarrassed, so it really doesn't embarrass me. It's a great song, though. You're not wrong, Faithless. I do love that song. It's a good song. I mean, it's Peter Gabriel, for fuck's sake. I don't know if it's as good as Shock the Monkey, but
that's a song about touching yourself, isn't it?
Mighty Balzac, thank you so much. Did you see the midget got bit on the ass by a dog? No, I did not. Excuse me, I'm so sorry, guys. And Brutus says, I am an embarrassment. Well, I've embarrassed Lady Monkey many, many times, but I don't embarrass myself that often because if I'm going to do something, Jack, I've made a conscious decision to do so. Now,
yeah,
if it's something like tripping because you thought there was another step or something there, everybody does that, so I'm not embarrassed by it. Like,
yeah, and you should be. That's just something that happens. It's like toddlers hitting you in the nuts with a wiffle bat.
Yeah, I mean,
that's happened to just about everybody with kids that I know because kids are at that height.
Yep.
So
they're wonderful little people, but they will destroy your nuts, man.
Yeah. So wear a cup if you've got kids. It's really the lesson there. But beyond that, like if I did something really stupid, that's why I don't have a lot of hold your beer moments because I try not to do stupid shit.
Well, see, I'm the opposite. I mean, I don't know if they're hold my beer moments or not. Somebody else would have to tell me. I just think something's funny, and yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah, see, that's different. Then you think it's funny. Like, I thought that was funny at the time. But you don't regret that shit. It's when you're like, yeah, I'm going to do a double backflip off the roof into my pool. I don't do dumb shit like that.
Yeah, see, I don't find those embarrassing. Usually I find those to be crippling to the people involved.
Yeah, that's kind of a Darwinism thing.
Like, there was one I saw, man. This dude missed completely. He splatters on the cement right next to the pool and then rolls into it. I was just like, I'm not sure that's how that was supposed to look. This is Kyle. Thank you so much. Who says, hello, chat people and Monkey and Jack. He didn't say and Jack. I threw that in there. I'm trying to watch. Eric Greatwood seems to have the best actual shot of the crowd and everything here. And it looks like for the moment, at least, they're standing back. They're hanging back a little bit. Oh, look at the fat chick over on Halo. Oh, man, why am I so yawny?
Because you're tired of this shit.
Man, I went to sleep pretty much after you and I stopped talking. I went upstairs. I grabbed myself a piece of bologna because I hadn't eaten in a long time. And I went and told Lady Monkey that I loved her and I was going to sleep. And I went and laid down and I watched about 2.5 episodes of Married with Children. And then I passed out. And I woke up when my alarm went off to tell me that it was time for the show tonight.
Wow.
Yeah, it was. I slept the sleep of the dead, my friend. I didn't wake up. It's a good thing I didn't have to pee when I was sleeping because I don't think I'd have woke up for it.
Well, you said that if you went to bed, you wouldn't get up till the show was on, and obviously you were right.
I know me. Except for I thought Lady Monkey would have to wake me up, but apparently I got good sleep. That's something I haven't had in a while. So,
oh, that's good.
Yeah, I just slept right through. Did not wake up once that I know of.
I went over to help my folks move some stuff, and their van battery died.
Oh, damn.
So had to help with that. Is that buzzing noise you or me?
I don't hear a buzzing noise.
Oh, it's gone now. It might have been on the stream. Look, yeah, I stayed up for a long time, but I went and got the mail, and all I got was bills, and I was like, fuck this. And then 6 o'clock I went to bed.
Damn.
And I just got up.
Unfortunately, with when I went to sleep and when I woke up, I will be up all night long. Although I can't stop yawning now for some fucking reason.
Because you're tired of the soy boys. They make you tired.
Snicker Pie is saying 2 cops shot someone or shot somewhere. Oh,
that's not good.
So the cops got shot. Oh no,
that's really bad. That'll embolden these dumb fucks. You got to remember, guys. These people think they are righteous, so they are on the right side of history, and the cops are not. That'll make it easier for them to justify hurting the police.
I'm not seeing any news. The earliest news I see of that is two police officers killed in McAllen. That's the one we talked about yesterday, where that woman went to Twitter to say good things about her dad, and people shit all over her.
Yeah, that was fucking garbage. Let people mourn.
Yeah, if that's the one he's talking about, that's from a couple of days ago. I don't know if there's any more.
This might have been recent. They're usually listening to the police scanners.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You didn't need to add the Jack part. He was getting his own hello. Oh, I'm sorry. I was just being polite. I was being polite. Also, sent you a thing, Jack.
Thank you. This is Kyle. Hello, Jack. You get your own special hello. I appreciate that. And thank you, Pete, for the generous donation. I got nothing.
Nice.
You guys are awesome. Thanks.
Remember, we are brought to you by you. If you enjoy this, hit the like button, hit the share button. We haven't said anything that you should be embarrassed by yet. And then, by all means, donations are wonderful.
Yeah, it does really help you guys.
Now, I hadn't planned on talking about this thing tonight because, well, it has just started happening. There were other things I was going to talk about. I just don't remember what now. So, you know what we do in that case? We go over to Twitter and see what Monkey was annoyed about today. Oh my God. Mayor Bill de Blasio tweeted this out today, Jack. To whoever vandalized our mural on 5th Avenue, nice try. NYC DOT has already fixed it. The Black Lives Matter movement is more than words, and it can't be undone. People are getting shot in his city at a record rate. Okay, not a record rate. Let me back that up. At modern record rates. Within the last 10, 20, 30 years, the shootings haven't been this bad.
Not since like 93, I think they said.
Yeah.
And 93 was when it was cleaning up, but seriously, this is pretty close to precedent for the last 50 years.
Yeah.
If they keep going, they're going to hit 70s numbers real soon.
They will retake their title of the worst place in the country. And he's worried about paintings on the fucking street.
Well, he's got private security. He doesn't give a fuck about the plebs.
And remember, where they painted this was right along where Trump's building is.
Yeah.
So this was just a fuck you to Trump. And they're out there spending their money. Remember, they're going to cut the police budget by $1 billion.
Yeah.
But they got plenty of time to go out there and make sure that the Black Lives Matter mural is painted properly. That guy's a stupid motherfucker.
Yeah, I've heard a couple liberals calling for him to resign. And you know what? I have to agree. This is fucking ridiculous.
Mighty Balzac, thank you so much. It's amazing what you can do with taxpayer money, right? It's not his fucking money paying to do this.
No, he doesn't give a shit.
I don't care about them fixing it, but him being all fucking, fuck you, look what we did. You painted the fucking street. And now people had to have the street shut down going one way so that you could fix this stupid shit. Don't worry, guys. As long as that is painted across that street properly, racism is over.
Yeah, this sort of feel-good virtue signaling bullshit is going to accomplish nothing, but defunding the cops will accomplish a lot of bad things.
Fucking moron. Let's see what else we had. I'll have to read that later. We'll have to dig into that one a little bit because that one's a deeper dive. Thank you, Paul, who says, I say take a jackhammer to the mural next time. All they did was they literally just painted over it. So, I mean, a jackhammer would work, but I feel like that's destruction of public property. So I can't exactly support that. I just think it's asinine that that's what he's focused on. This is the mayor of the town.
Oh, dude, check the side chat. Snicker Pie dropped a link for a news article about those 2 cops getting shot.
Did he? All right, let's see. 2 Bothell officers shot after pursuit. Unholy Reaper, thank you so much, who says, for the seminar. I appreciate it. And Nico says the 2 officers shot was in Washington State. Yeah, I just got the news article. Jack, did I tell you I can only hear you out of one ear? That's driving me nuts.
I figured it was by now.
I got to get new headphones, which I just got a donation, which will help with. I got several that will help with that. 2 officers were injured late Monday night after a pursuit in Bothell, according to the fire department. Authorities said at least one of the officers has been taken to an area hospital in unknown condition. This is a developing story. And then it links to a tweet that says, 2 officers are down after pursuit in Bothell. At least 1 patient has been transported to area hospital. Conditions are unknown. Additional updates to follow. Wow. I hope they're okay.
Yeah, and the mayor's going to let it happen. He's blaming the cops for all the violence.
Damn, that's fucked up. All right. Oh, and then the Redskins, they did officially come out and say they don't have a name anymore. Shrouded Angel, thank you so much, who says, new headphones and splitter fund. I appreciate that. I need a new splitter because Lil Butt gets upset every time she comes in here because my splitter's been broken for a while and I haven't replaced it. And yeah, thank you. That's very kind. The Washington Redskins. I finally came up with a name I like, Jack. I think they should be called the Washington Pushovers.
Yeah, yeah. The Washington sellouts.
Anything like that, because, they're a bunch of pussies.
Yeah. Oh, thank you, Unholy Reaper, for the generous donation. To the nerd. Thanks, man.
And then the only other thing that I see here, I know one of them was a story, or a couple of them were stories we read on MSS News, so maybe I'll go check that out. But Ilhan Omar tweeted out today, income inequality is the greatest determinant of your health and life expectancy. Our income needs to work for the many, our economy needs to work for the many, not the few. I feel like the income inequality is not the greatest determinant. Now, you might say being poor sucks more.
Well, yeah, that's a given.
But them being poor and Jeff Bezos being rich, that gap in between there is not what life expectancy is. She makes it sound like the gap itself is what's causing it, rather than it's like, okay, you're poor, so you're probably going to die sooner because you have worse nutrition, less doctors, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But no, it's the income gap causes that. I'm like, that's it? I don't think so. Not to mention, there's no cap on how much wealth you can make. There's no cap on how much wealth exists. Jeff Bezos being a multi-billionaire does not stop you from making a single dime. Not one. You can go out there and do your own thing. People do it all the time. People go out there and become millionaires every fucking day. Every day. But remember, guys, we need a class war. And it's just more of that shit. It is just more of this class war bullshit to make people like, we got to go get those rich people. They suck. They're making us die quicker, Jack.
No, they're not. Look, being poor sucks, but that's using that as an excuse why you're not doing better is lazy, and it's just that it's an excuse. There are always going to be poor people. There are always going to be rich people. The rich people likely did not steal your money. And just work smarter, live below your means, and you'll be more comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
It's really not that complicated. Don't buy $100 pair of shoes.
Right.
Shit like that. Watch your budget.
Or, even if you do buy $100 pair of shoes, you don't need 4 different pairs of those.
Yeah. You don't need to get caught up in the consumerism of you need this because your friend has it or the commercial told you so. That's how you stay poor. Work smarter, not harder.
Indeed. And stop blaming everybody else for your circumstance.
Yeah. It's not somebody else's fault where you're at. Maybe occasionally that's truth, but more often than not, it's that mentality that will keep you poor. Yeah, I mean, I'm poor. I don't sit around fucking whining about it all the time because I'm trying to make my life better. That's why I'm working on these YouTube channels to try and make, do something interesting that'll make me a little bit of money.
But that's not how it works, Jack. They're just supposed to give it all to you. Thank you, Mighty Balzac, who says the Washington women's with the X guys because he doesn't want to be sexist. How are you supposed to Wimixon?
I don't know. The whole X thing throws me off
because it's retarded.
Yeah.
The other thing, this broke just a little while ago. Grant Imahara. He used to be one of the guys on Mythbusters. He's the Asian guy that was on Mythbusters. He died, reportedly of a brain aneurysm, which sucks. He was my favorite on the show besides the 2 main characters. Of the other 3, he was my favorite because he seemed like the smartest. And, well, the chick was just there to have boobies on the screen.
Yeah.
And the other guy needed some Ritalin.
Yeah, that guy was a spaz.
He wasn't even that old. Yeah, he was 49 years old. 49. Brain aneurysm. It's a waste of a brain right there because this guy was smart.
Yeah.
Yeah, so happy trails, sir. Thank you for the entertainment. That sucks, man. Just one day have a brain aneurysm.
Yeah, what a shit way to go.
Yeah.
Especially because he was only 49. I mean, that stuff can strike at any age, but that's still pretty young.
Yeah, that's usually something you see 60 plus.
Yeah.
Pete says, wait, who died? Sorry, I missed it. His name is Grant Imahara. He used to be on Mythbusters. The later seasons, not the early seasons when it was just Jamie and Adam. When they had the other 3. Yeah.
Yeah, it's part of the B team.
Yep. Except oftentimes he was, their stuff was more interesting. For anybody who's having trouble picturing him or like, who? This is him. There you go. That was Grant. Grant is a weird name for an Asian guy, isn't it?
He might have just been half Asian. A lot of Asians will try and assimilate to the local culture by naming their kid after a name from the region.
Fair enough. He did BattleBots. Did he really? Yeah. No, he was. I enjoyed him. I really did. I thought he was really good on the show.
He was real big into like robotics and stuff like that. So super smart dude.
Yeah, I watched just the other day. We were watching one where they were trying to recreate this commercial from, I think it was one of the Super Bowl commercials. But this one car, I forget the brand. Supposedly, if you dropped a car from 4,000 feet and you started this car at a certain line, the car on the ground would go faster than the car falling. And he rigged up all of the robotics to be able to drive that car by remote control. Put in a steering mechanism, the gas pedal, and then a camera system so he could watch it as he drove it. Yeah. Dude was wicked smart, man. He used to work for Industrial Lights and Magic. That would make sense. The dude knew what the fuck he was doing. He was 49. Yes, he was. Yes, he was. I have an uncle named Grant. Is he Asian? Grant built and operated R2-D2 in the Star Wars prequels. Oh, cool. I did not know that.
It's pretty badass.
Yeah. I mean, anything to do with R2 is cool. Except for the the sequels because that was shit. How are things looking in Portland? Still looks like they're maintaining the line. The group is staying back, but I can't tell. Have the police moved back just a little bit?
It looks like they might have.
Looks like they're a little bit closer to that building, and once their backs are against the wall, man, Jesus. Caramon says he really was a tech genius. Yeah, he was, man. He was smart as fuck, man. The one time they were building a rocket, and he built the casing and everything for the rocket itself. Actual fucking rocket science, man. The dude was, smart as fuck. And, sorry to see him go. When there's so many other more worthy people.
Yeah.
I may be looking at a crowd of them now. Just saying, I did glance at my phone. Jordan says, sup. The crowd won't charge until the contract workers are gone. I have a feeling you're underestimating these crowds. Don't forget, they're working for the police right now. Have you seen how unhinged leftist Adam Savage is? No, I haven't followed him since they left the show.
Yeah, that dude's a weirdo.
He was a weirdo on the show too, man.
As James Kelly pointed out, Grant also played Sulu on the internet Star Trek Continues series with Vic Mignogna.
Oh, did he really?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. 43 new coronavirus cases have been linked to a large house party from early July, in Washtenaw County, Michigan.
That sounds racist.
Really does. I woke up, Jack, and I had an Amber Alert on my phone.
Well, that's not good.
No, it was an Amber Alert to tell me I have to wear a mask.
That's not an Amber Alert. What a waste of the Amber Alert system. Way to make people want to ignore the Amber Alert.
It's the state alert system. Who was it that was so against the alert system? I forget who it was. But there was somebody like, the government's going to just misuse it. Like, yeah, now they're using it to order me to do shit.
Yeah. Yeah, well, it's kind of expected.
I wear them anyway. You were on the stream this morning, guys. My daughter sent me a mask. It's a Chargers mask. It's got the Charger bolt across the front. I will wear that with pride. I'm happy to wear the mask. I just don't think it should be forced that you have to wear a mask. And not only is it that you have to wear a mask in public, businesses are required to keep you from going inside if you don't. How? Tackle me? Fight me? Hit me with something? This is going to cause some problems, man. I'm just saying. I'm happy to wear it, but don't tell me I have to. Fuck you. You're not my mom.
Well, that's the thing is you can't. We're not Europe, and pushing people around and trying to force them to conform to wearing something isn't going to go well. And it's probably unconstitutional to begin with, but
I have a feeling if it went before the court, they'd be like, sure, because it's public safety.
Yeah, well, the courts now, but I can't see them being, because if they could force you to do this, what else can they force you to do?
Well, sure, yeah, for the public health.
Yeah, but I'm sure that was kind of along the lines of a certain German guy in the 30s too. Like, oh, you have to wear this little yellow star for public safety. They could do a lot of shit under the guise of public safety.
Yep. Including mandating what you can eat and drink, guys.
Yeah, and where you can go, what can be open.
Yep.
I don't like this at all, but
you know what they should be doing instead is don't force it, but encourage it. Just like, guys, you should wear a mask. It's better for you. It's helpful. It's not going to hurt you. Just a nice campaign like that, and instead they've turned it again completely fucking political.
Yep. And that's how people are going to see it. They're not going to see it as a safety issue. They're going to see it as politics.
Nut says, I have a baby gecko in my room. Are they trying to sell you insurance? Because if so, throw that motherfucker out. It's just a little lizard. You can pick it up and throw it out. You'll be fine. They can take your guns away in the name of public safety. Yep.
And they're trying to make that a health issue so that doctors can report on you for having guns.
Cirque says 4 people have died over fights about making people wear masks in public. I told my boss I'm not enforcing shit. Right?
Good.
It's not your job to enforce the law. That is the state's job. Joel says it is politics. Yeah, it is, but it shouldn't be. It shouldn't be political at all. Just, hey, guys. And Eagle says it's not a law. No. But if it carries the force of the law, which some of these do, here in Michigan, it was decided that the governor has the right to say this kind of shit and that it carries the force of law with it. Yeah, it sucks, man. And they don't understand why it's a bad thing. Like you said, Jack, they don't understand why this is a bad thing. And here's why. Because it never stops. The government never ceases power.
Yeah.
Once they have it, never ceases power. Thank you, Mighty Balzac, who says, the Karen have seized power in a secret coup. It wasn't even secret. It was right out in the fucking open. Can someone go to a government meeting in a Bane mask when they say we are in charge? We say wear a mask. Bane needs to say, do you feel in charge? Do you feel in charge? I can't do his voice. Although, again, every time I think of that now, ever since I saw the College Humor one, that's what comes into my mind.
Yeah.
Batman, like, she sucked my balls. They were all sweaty from being in my suit all day.
Oh, man. Fucking Pete Holmes doing those. That dude is so funny.
That shit was amazing. And then College Humor forgot what humor is.
Yeah. That was back when they were still funny.
Yep. Oh, man. This crowd is making me nervous. I'm surprised they've held off this long, but that's a good sign. That's a good sign.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll stay the fuck back. Guys, again, if you're curious about what we're watching, we are keeping an eye on the situation out there in Portland. There's protests at the police union building. This is where the police union meets, I guess. I don't know what else a police union does, but there's the companion stream. I knew the word. That's the companion stream. It's over on Izon's channel that you can watch if you'd like to. Man, nothing a few hand grenades couldn't fix. Looks like the crowd got bigger. One of the things you'll notice about these protests is it depends on the night how big the crowd is. But if it's a decent sized crowd, it tends to get bigger until they break them up. Because these crowds make people more bold. And that's the issue.
Yeah.
Chakata says, squeak, squeak. That'll show me. Yeah, somebody down there has a little squeaky pig they keep squeaking the fuck out of.
That's probably DeAndre or one of his dumbass friends.
Yeah, somebody needs to grab that and shove it right up that dude's ass. Just kidding, YouTube. I would never support such violent behavior. I totally support the non-violent protesters who just beat and kick and burn and, check your hashtag and Twitter. What am I looking for? I don't know. Oh, what am I looking at there? Is that a shooting star? Is that the comet that just went over?
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha.
That's
Neowise,
a cool photo.
Is that its name? There was an idiot on Twitter the other day.
I feel judged.
Oh, no. They said, we've all seen shooting stars. How come all the stars are still in the sky at night?
What's science? Explain that one, science.
If I remember correctly, this woman had doctor in her name.
Probably.
We've all seen shooting stars. Why don't stars ever disappear? Do you guys know what a shooting star is? It's not actually a shooting star. No, it's not Halley's Comet. It's not Halley's Comet. No, Evolved Potato, I'm not kidding. Thank you, Circus Zero, who says, my city keeps telling Witless. Oh, okay. You mean Whitmer. I got you. My city keeps telling Witless to fuck off because, yet again, they are not enforcing any of her orders with fines or jail time. And that is their prerogative. Because the only thing she can do is try to send in the state police who'll be like, man, we're not. We got other shit to do. Never saw a shooting star. I've seen many. Except for usually it's called a meteor shower. It's a fucking meteor. It's not an actual star, for fuck's sake.
There's probably a really funny joke about the common sense space gun control there for shooting stars, but
probably. Let me see if I can find that, because I swear she was a doctor. I don't want to.
Would anyone be surprised if she was? I would.
No, not at all. It was just so amazing to read that out loud. That somebody said that without. There's a good question about why we don't see stars burn out. And it's because stars live a very, very long time, and the chance of us catching one actually burning out is pretty slim.
Yeah, and they're really far away, and they may have already burned out, and we won't see that for 1,000 years.
Yeah.
Meteor shower, August 15th.
Well, there you go.
Cool.
Yeah, I can't find it, but it was just like, Jesus, man. How do you be that stupid? How do you be that stupid and proud of it in public? I keep looking through here. Man, I talk to a lot of stupid people. A lot of stupid people. You know what? We should watch this video, Jack. We never watched this video. Not on the stream. And I already said we were going to talk about offensive shit, so I'm not monetized for this one anyway. We should show it.
Okay.
This is I'm not going to play the audio because it's loud as shit, and well, I'm trying to talk.
Yeah, this is a classic.
This is what, Serbia?
Yeah, Serbia.
This is Serbia, and this is them dealing with a demonstration. The police are moving in. They're moving the people off the damn street. And there's one guy that they caught. Now, here's the part. I was like, Jesus, man. Everybody who runs by has to get a lick in.
It's for good luck, just like when the football team slapped the top of the doorway.
Right.
It's like you said.
That was like that was actually my immediate thing when I saw him. Like, is this good luck or something?
Yeah, when you said that, I was like, that is spot on.
And then this part happens. I'm like, oh, they're going to arrest him for whatever he did. And instead, they bring him over to the sidewalk. They put him down.
And
then they just leave there.
Well, he was in the way. They could have just run him over. It's Serbia. They don't give a fuck about human life.
I mean, I get that. But with the way all of the other ones beat on him, I was like, oh, this motherfucker's about to get it. He already got it.
Yeah, they're lucky they didn't walk up and shoot him in the fucking head and walk off.
Bam, 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 kick. I love that guy right there. Hang on. Let's back that up. Watch this guy right there. Kick. He's the guy on the bottom.
Caramon's right. It's D&D 5th edition rules for attacks of opportunity.
Yeah, it's fucked up, man.
It's amazing to me how many people said this was the U.S. police too. Right. Like, you can clearly see the vehicles with the Eastern European writing.
Yeah, there was a lot of people sharing it around as though it was the U.S. It's like, no, dumbasses. This is what happens in a country where there is real police brutality. Again, not to say that there's none here, but real police brutality.
Portland's popping off.
What the fuck? Why is it all clear?
They just moved them back. There was some sort of order going on while we were talking, and I think it was a dispersal notice.
Gotcha. And they actually did it?
I think so.
That's interesting. And again, good sign. And like I said, I do not want violence here.
No, but it only takes one moron or agitator to start shit.
Yeah, and move them across the street. That's cool.
And I'm sure there's enough black bloc in there. This could get really ugly really quickly.
But I will say this, good on them for moving back, just being told to.
Yeah. Well, I think the cops flinched at them and they're like, oh!
Well, there's that too. James says that guy botched his initiative roll.
Yes,
motherfucker rolled a 1. Oops.
Again, sorry if we're not paying too close of attention to chat. It's nothing personal. We're just trying to monitor this Portland situation.
They're already moving back in.
Yeah. That's not a good sign because usually it takes them longer than this to regroup.
Oof.
Looks like they're arresting somebody. Look at the Portland feed.
Good. Because some of those people were being straight up jackasses. And look, you can be a jackass, I mean, arrest-worthy jackasses. They're trying to blind the police. They've been, did you see were you watching the part where like 6 strobe lights were going off right in that one cop's face?
Yeah.
You guys are lucky they didn't have a bigger police presence because they'd have pulled your ass out and arrested you. Blinding a cop is not okay.
Guy just complained he got hit in the groin last time.
Damn, I missed it.
Oh, it was last time, he said.
That's all right. I missed that one too.
Yeah, they're arresting this, I don't know, is that a woman?
Looks like.
I can't tell anymore. They're all kind of potato shaped.
Yeah, that's got the female potato shape to it. Because it's got a little bit of boob.
Yeah. But I can't tell if that's man boob or just sad boob.
It looks more like, it kind of looks like female boob. That's all. There's a difference. There's a difference between man boob and female boob. Unless she got them pancake boobs. In which case, then it looks, more like a man boob. Hi, Jennifer. How you doing? Welcome. Jennifer got here right as we're talking about boobs.
Oh, nice. Welcome aboard.
They just unmasked it. That is a dude.
Are you sure? I can't tell. I really cannot tell if that's a dude or a chick.
I don't know. The light is too bright in his face.
Yeah, it's got dude belly with weird girl boobs. But that could be soy titty. I don't know. It's got a receding hairline either way.
I like how they're nice enough to put his mask back. Its mask back on.
Well, they don't want whatever it's got.
I don't want to misgender. Well, yeah, because you don't even, it's not just COVID. You got to worry about like hepatitis, herpes, and all that shit with these guys.
Dude, if I saw a white guy wearing a shirt that said Melanin Magic, I would assume he's a Klansman.
Right? But no, they're fine. Look, man, that crowd is already back almost all the way across the street.
Yeah, they're getting
Jesus
brave.
Jesus Christ. Looks like a frumpy girl to me. That's what I'm thinking. But there was something about the face because it's like, is that a beard? Oh, well, go to jail, dummy.
Do not pass go. Do not collect your parents' allowance.
Don't worry. They're going to let you out with no big deal anyway. It's not like if I was these guys, I'd get arrested every night. Why not?
Yeah, they're not going to prosecute you, and you know it.
And then you got a good chance at some time of a lawsuit, man. Potato is not a gender, BG. It is just a shape.
Isn't it these days?
No. Just because some people date them doesn't make it a gender.
I don't know. I'm voting for Fatty Boombalatti McPotato as a gender.
I can't watch 7 channels at once. I don't watch 7 channels at once. I usually focus on one feed if I'm watching like the feed here that we're keeping an eye on.
Yeah, I'd try and pick one that looks like something's going to happen and stick with that, and then occasionally look at the others if it gets boring.
Yeah, what I'm watching right now over there on Eyes On's feed, which I'll throw into chat again. There's no reason.
Oh, Pete already did it. Thank you, Pete.
Oh, thanks, Pete. But I'd already done it when I said it, so I'm going to do it anyway.
Fair enough.
I'm watching the upper left because that's where you can see the crowd slowly inching back. They already told these people. And if something happens, this happens every goddamn time. I was watching the other night, and these motherfuckers are in the street. Not only are they in the street, they've lit a fire in the fucking street. And there's a bitch on a bullhorn yelling about how you guys ain't got no reason to mess with us. We're not breaking the law. You're standing in the street and you've started a fire there.
Yep.
Now, if something these idiots come up and they arrest people, they'll be, we wasn't doing nothing wrong. You were already told to go the fuck away.
Yeah, but these are people that are spoiled little children and they're used to getting what they want. So they honestly don't seem to think they're doing anything wrong by being obnoxious little shitheads, because this is what they want to do. They feel entitled to do this.
It's Jennifer's brother's birthday. What's his name? Give me a name I can call him. You don't have to give me his real name. Sorry, I missed it. It's the chat has gone a little bit crazy with this. Patrick, he's watching. Patrick, it's your birthday. And around here we do this. And a 1 and a 2. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Patrick. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. I hope you had a good one. Jennifer's brother is bearing. What? No, it's not. Is my ex-wife's birthday. You got a special take on that? Oh.
Do you still love her?
Yeah. Do you like her, or do you want me to be shitty to her?
Because we can ignore her. Yeah, well, you don't get a birthday song because you left, bitch.
Yeah. Goodbye, silly bitch. Goodbye, silly bitch. Goodbye, silly bitch. Goodbye, silly bitch. There you go.
I hope she didn't take all your stuff.
I hope she took all your Chinese stuff and it stopped working right after she left you. Sorry. Those fires are not illegal. They are undocumented infernos. Yeah. Yeah. And that's what I was telling you about, Jack, where they then took a large piece of plywood, probably 4x4 across and up and down. Not wide, of course. And put it up against the building. On the wooden part of the building where they got the doors there, wooden.
Yeah.
Yeah, put it right up against that. We're not doing anything wrong that you should do anything to us for.
Well, that's just it. These kids seriously think they can burn buildings down, obstruct traffic, a dozen other minor crimes and serious crimes, all the way up to killing these cops, and they're not committing a crime. They're righteous. This is a holy war to them. This is sort of their sad little soy jihad. Apparently,
Talik is Patrick.
Oh,
Talik from chat. Well, happy birthday, sir.
Happy birthday,
Talik, man. He's good people. He's good people. What's that? Have me rolling. Look, man, I don't know. I can sing any song. I just need an inspiration. That's all. And I feel like Goodbye, Silly Bitch should become a regular thing this song.
Yeah, it's sung to Goodbye, Norma Jean by
Goodbye,
Elton John.
Silly Bitch. Though I never put it in your sister, I really should have.
They're giving the dispersal order again. Why is there a mattress in the middle of this protest?
They're going to burn it.
Probably. So there's a kid jumping on it like he's fucking 5.
Jesus. I mean, so they're moving back a little. The police have got to see what's happening. They've got to see what's happening and pull in more people before somebody gets hurt.
I don't think they can. I honestly don't think they can pull in more people. I would be willing to bet that this is probably a distraction and there's a group doing something else somewhere so that the cops are distracted with this mob instead. I would not put it past these kids.
Talik, is your sister hot? I like asking people that question.
I know you do. How tall is she?
It's like you can't answer if your sister's hot, you know?
No, because how do you respond to that?
If you're from Kansas, Mighty Balzac, thank you. Did you hear about the wooden horse? Wooden shit. Stop it. Thank you so much for the donation. All the crime is happening right now. No, I mean, this is the kind of stuff that worries me because seriously, the way this is going down right now, this could turn into something really bad. This crowd is moving straight up on them again. You said they just gave the dispersal again?
They just gave the dispersal order.
And they're not doing it.
And these cops are got to be getting nervous. They're very outnumbered and they're severely underarmed for a mob.
Jennifer says we're from New Jersey. Hey, look, I'm not judging your family. I was just asking if he thought his sister was hot. Yeah, anybody who answers that question quickly, I judge harshly.
Well, you're from New Jersey. Have you ever seen the Jersey Devil?
You're from Jersey. That's where Hamilton was killed. I blame you.
I don't think he's old enough to be blamed for that.
Yeah, true. Southern New Jersey? Nice.
Oh, somebody threw a fucking rock at him. That's a big size rock, too.
Oh, dear God. These fucking people. And yeah, they're right back up on him. Oh, my God.
That's a powder keg, man. I can't look away. Chat, if you didn't know, we watch this shit after the stream, too. And it's usually not this bad.
No.
This is a big crowd.
Even some of the worst ones we've seen with a much bigger crowd than this even.
Yeah.
They stay back. They'll walk up and cause a little bit of problems. And then the feds come out and shoot tear gas at them and they run the fuck away. And then they'll come back with a slightly smaller crowd. This crowd just keeps growing. And they are right back up there. Good God. Just back the fuck up, guys. Oh, man. Anyhow, I really do. I hope nobody gets hurt. And I don't want anybody in the crowd to get hurt. I don't want any of these police officers to get hurt.
No, because it's going to break their morale even more. And they'll be more likely to actually start shooting at these kids.
Now, I will say this. What are y'all watching? I'll throw the link into chat here again. I'm very curious. The other night, the night that I told you about with the chick yelling, "You have no reason to arrest us." They were talking about going to the mayor's house. The mayor thinks he's above all this and that he's on their side, just like Mayor Jenny did. They're not happy with him. And they're going to show up at his house.
Yeah. Well,
and he doesn't have all these guards outside of his house.
No, because why would you bother? He's been blaming all of the violence on the police.
Mm-hmm.
And he has been shitting all over the cops this entire time. All 40-something days, and virtue signaling to the mob, which still hates him. And if I was the cops, I'd be slow rolling over to his house and be like, yeah, we'll get there eventually. Fuck that asshole. Because he's also the police commissioner for some stupid ass reason.
Where was that at? Caramon says, it's gotten progressively worse over the past week. It's not dying down at all. It had died down. If you go back to when I started watching it, these protests were huge every night. And then it was a Monday, not this Monday, last Monday. That crowd was ridiculously small.
Yeah.
And the same for the next night. It wasn't until Friday that it started getting big again. And then this kid takes that rubber bullet or whatever the hell it is that hit him in the face. Come on, that's not the first time that kid took a ball to the face. Let's be honest.
No, it's definitely not.
That happened, and that's what they're justifying this with right now.
Yeah. Well, they always find a reason to justify this rage. Yeah. And I really think this is rage about them not being more successful in their lives. And they're using this as an excuse. Oh, Arix is on the scene.
Is Arix there?
Yeah.
Oh, there she is. She's around the corner hiding.
Yeah, of course she is, because she's already been arrested a couple times.
Because she's Arix.
Snicker Pie is saying over there, he's one of the chat moderators. Nothing is confirmed through the media yet, but eyewitnesses to the police shooting are saying one of the cops was shot in the head. And then somebody else said he's non-responsive after CPR. So that guy's probably dead, which is going to make the cops even more on edge because they are in the middle of a manhunt for the people that shot them too. That might be why there's not as many cops here.
Dangerous says, I find it surprising to believe a city that has allowed Antifa to grow might have a violence problem.
Right?
Yeah, for those of you who don't know, I have a thing for Arix. If I wasn't married, I would go to Portland just to find her and ask her to be my bride. Because she's really stupid and she's not that ugly. And I bet I could put it right in her butt.
Her chubby butt.
Yeah.
They just gave another use of force warning, so probably going to make another move here.
Look, she got that chubby butt. That just helps keep the balls warm when you're in there.
Yeah, apparently there's 4 or 5 police choppers looking for these shooters.
And where was it? That was Washington State?
Yeah. Bethel, I think they said. Or Bothell?
Yeah, I don't know how to say it because it's B-O-T-H.
I'm guessing Bothell, like brothel without the R.
Yeah, because when I was reading the story, I was trying really hard not to say it, brothel.
Right?
Until she opens her mouth. No. See, y'all don't understand the game. You don't understand the game. You turn the music up real loud, no matter what she say. I mean, unless she says stop, and then you have to. You don't want to catch a charge. But, I mean, did she say stop or shop? I don't know. Maybe she was going to Amazon at the time. That's not funny. No, that's a bad joke. My bad.
They just gave the tear gas rounds warning.
Oh, there's a spider walking across my screen. Hey, buddy.
That's squish it.
No, he ain't fucking with nobody. He's not brown. I don't have to worry about it. He's just a little tiny spider.
You don't know that. His friends might be spiders of color with poison.
No, he's tiny. He's not even an inch long, foot to foot.
That's what she said.
Not that ugly. Monk is a modern day poet. Look, man, I have my standards. I got my standards, y'all.
Merle said the Bothel's in King County, right near Seattle. It must be like a suburb region.
Oh fuck! It's right there in Seattle.
Near Seattle.
Well, yeah, but
probably one of those little towns around it.
Would it freak y'all out if I let the spider crawl across me? Just the thought of it. Some people really hate spiders. I don't mind them. Remember when Tomato was here? He was cute as fuck.
Oh, they gave the 3rd warning. Disperse to the east. Crowd's getting all riled up.
Are they going to bring people in from the side, or because that police force right there can't hold this line?
I'm hoping they got.
Oh, what's going on up there in Teebs? It looks like they're moving people.
Yeah, there's a tear gas canister or a smoke bomb or something. Yeah, I see some cop cars coming in from the top on the barracks.
Good. They need to clean this shit up before somebody gets hurt.
Yeah.
I'm not killing that spider. Look, in this house, there's only 2 ways I will kill a spider. One, if he's brown, because I don't know exactly what a brown recluse looks like, but I know they can fuck people up, and I will kill a brown spider.
They can really fuck you up.
And 2, if it gets too close to Lady Monkey. I've even got her to the point, as long as it doesn't get close to her, she'll leave it alone. But if it gets in, she was laying in bed one night, and she called me in there, all panicked. There's a spider coming from the ceiling, and it's coming right down to her face. I'm like, all right, come here, little guy. Sorry, you fucked up.
Oh, Resolute said I was correct on the pronunciation of Bothell. And that's a fucked up spider story, dude. It's just creeping down at me.
It was just slowly coming down. I still caught it like more than 2 feet above her head. But yeah, I don't know what that motherfucker was thinking. He's like, I'm gonna land on her face.
Thank you, Amanda Jaminya. Pushed a kid off his bike and stole his snack money. That fat little bastard didn't eat it anyway. Thanks.
Wow. My buddy has a tarantula. It's weird to have it crawl on you. They weigh nothing. Yeah, spiders don't have much weight to them anyway. I've never thought about how, the bigger ones. Now, I will say, I saw a video of a spider carrying, it was in Australia, dragging an opossum underneath it. Yeah. That's a big motherfucking spider. And I like, that one night I would probably hit with a shovel.
Yeah, I would run away and get a gun. I'm not getting close to that thing.
Brown recluse have another name, fiddleback. That's how you can identify them. Look, I don't take any chances. If he's brown, he dies.
If he's brown, he's going down.
Yep.
That's the spider rule.
That's not a good thing while we're watching this.
Well, I just work
while we're watching BLM, he's yelling, "If it's brown, it's going down." That's the kind of the shenanigans that happen here. Jesus.
Well, it's a good thing Satsu's not on tonight. I probably wouldn't live that one down for a while.
Well, I mean, that could be just like these chicks who are, I only fuck black guys, which good for you. But she could also have this slogan, "If it's brown, it's going down." And it's not a horrible thing.
Oh my God. Richo said I had a white tip spider bite me like a month back and my foot turned purple.
Jesus.
Another reason I do not live in Australia.
No, I don't mind spiders, but some of them, like the really, really, really big ones, are like, you're kind of creepy at that size. See, it's like almost everything. Little humans are much cuter than most big humans. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, look how cute it is. Kittens are cuter than cats. Puppies are cuter than dogs. Little spiders cuter than big spiders. That's all I'm saying. I'm having trouble telling what's going on there with Teebs.
Yeah, he has that. I think he's the one with. No, that's Eric's got the thing.
Teebs is a sheep.
I think Teebs is a sheep. Eric's got that one with the pole that we can see the cool upper angle from.
Right.
But he got jostled, and I think his camera fell down because he's trying to tape it back up.
Gotcha. Is that what's happening in that picture?
Yeah.
Yeah, because he had the good picture.
Yeah, but when the crowd dispersed this last time, he spun around, and the camera got all wonky. So
now they're doing the hands up, don't shoot. Because, it's nice when you're out here in a riot to also be, embracing your mythology. I'm just saying.
Yeah, Dangerous is right. Eric Greatwood sounds like he's using his porn star name.
Right.
Oh, thank you, Jordan250. So if I were to steal an airplane ticket to Japan for you, would you review that Maid Cafe I sent you pictures of on Twitter? I would go, but those chicks are way too fat for me. So it probably won't be a very positive review, but I'm sure it'll be happy.
Nut says, got bit on the boob while sleeping one night. Woke up with bruised little puncture wounds. Like a little vampire snuck in and bit your titty?
Are you sure it was a spider?
Sure it wasn't your brother or dad or whatever it happens to be in Kansas. For Antifa, hands up, please shoot. I don't want him to get shot with anything deadly.
Oh, Eric's is whining.
What? Oh, I'm sure she is. We didn't do nothing.
She's totally a Karen. You could tell.
Oh, she's such a bitch, man. She's such a bitch.
Wonder if her cats hate her.
It looked like I've never seen actual. I've heard that spiders can leave the two little indents. I've never seen it on somebody. I feel like Nuts did that to herself. She accidentally bit her own boobie while she was sleeping.
Oh,
give me a 1 in chat if you're a woman who can suck her own titty. No, don't do that. I'm sorry. God damn. Why do y'all listen to this shit?
I don't know. They just declared it a riot. Eric does yell like she's Chunk from the Goonies, Caron.
She does. Oh my God.
That's awesome.
I just want to see her arrested. I mean,
oh, dude, that was the funniest thing I've ever seen when she got arrested because she was whining about it the entire time.
Toxic Nightshade says, what woman can't? Some women got little titties and they can't get that up in their face.
I prefer the little titties. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
If it's bigger than my hand, it's a waste of flesh. And I do have fairly large hands, so your B cup is just fine. But beyond that, kind of a waste.
Yeah, there's a lot of
sag.
There's a lot of women who can't get it up in there like that, so they got to like lick the top to try to be sexy.
Well, that's what they have me for, is to lick their nipples for them.
Yeah, that's why you got to have friends. You're like, look, I can't lick my own nipple. Could you get this for me?
And less under boob sweat then too with the smaller boobs.
You gotta just wash that if there's under boob sweat. Just bring a baby wipe with you. which, by the way, might come in handy down below. You don't know what's down there before you get there.
Yeah.
Because it's not like you go down and sniff her jeans, right?
Not typically.
Right. So you undo them jeans, and then suddenly this, whoa, dude, hang on, let me get my baby wipes. And then it's nice and powdery fresh. It's not the sweat, it's the boob crumbs. Well, that's just dinner. That's just dinner.
Thanks, Pete. Glad you got my back on this one because I think I'm outnumbered here.
Lord Solar says I'm trying to. No, I'm with you. I'm not a big titty fan. I mean, I don't hate them. And there's something about if they're the right perky booby and they're big enough, I can't stop staring.
Yeah.
But it's not my fault. That's like caveman brain. Because I'm not a boob man. I'm a butt and leg man. I go butt, legs, titty. That's my order of importance.
Yeah, I tend to go butt, eyes, and smile, and then titties are always last.
When we're talking about women, I don't really generally talk about their faces too much because who cares?
But I can't get away from the eyes. Like if you have penetrating eyes, especially with like dark eyeliner, that smoky eyes, I think they call it. That is really sexy.
When you're talking about it that way, I mean, eyes and ass are pretty much tied for me because the right one will make me just melt. Like, what do you need me to do, sweetie? You need me to conquer a country? You just tell me. It's a good. Y'all are lucky. Lady Monkey's a nice woman. Because if she said, take over the world, I'd be like, all right, she said it. She got them eyes and that butt. Monkey needs to talk to. I think that's supposed to be Arix. I think Arix would probably block me within a moment.
Oh yeah,
yeah. She's I went over to her feed the other day. I was actually on Arix's channel and I asked her how bad it stinks down there, but she didn't answer. She just ignored me. I didn't even get kicked off for that one, Jack.
I'm kind of surprised.
I know, right? But she was right in the middle of this. Was right after she got in trouble because she got kicked off Facebook. She got kicked off Facebook for promoting violence, guys. That's how nice she is. She's a great woman.
Thank you, Atheist Icon. Camel spiders have weight. I felt one crawl over my boot in Saudi. Oh, and this was a donation I found off a dead body in the river. Kept his wallet as well. Hopefully, Mrs. Papadopoulos doesn't mind.
Wow.
Thank you. Thank you, Atheist.
I'm being told Drex was spelled correctly. It's Drexel from Nick Ricada stream. I haven't watched Nick in a few months, so.
I haven't watched him in a long time. I got kind of, this is the word bored acceptable.
Yeah, it's acceptable.
He's just, I don't know. I kind of lose interest in a lot of the stuff he's talking about. It's just not something I'm interested in, but I got kind of tired of hearing about the Vic Manonia thing when nothing was going on with it. And then he drifted into a bunch of stuff I didn't care about. So I just kind of unfollowed.
There's the link to what we've been watching tonight, guys. It looks like they have broken up. There's a lot more police out there. A lot more police presence. But these shitheads, go ahead and get right back up in his face. He's got a stick. He's going to hit you with it.
I still think this could get pretty ugly, even if they do have more cops there. These kids are pretty stupid. And like I said before, it only takes one agitator to hurt one of the cops or throw a Molotov or something, and this whole thing's going to get ugly real fast.
Yeah, and when we saw they're not allowed to use the tear gas. That was probably a smoke bomb.
Yeah, it was probably a smoke bomb, but they might have called in the feds for backup too.
Yeah. There's a great thing. You'll see these guys shoot smoke bombs at these idiots, and the idiots will immediately run over and pick them up. And like, oh my God, that's hot. What? Yeah. What? Do you deal with a lot of cold smoke?
Well, these kids didn't look like they passed science class.
That's something burning off in there, you dumb motherfucker.
Well, look at that. Big fatty right there on the front left on Teebs. Oh, he moved. Never mind.
Teebs, Teebs pisses me off because she never keeps it on the ones I want to see.
No.
It's like, that one's like 4 times the size of anyone else. Get closer. I want to see.
Oh, Pete brings up a good point. Eyes On is always 7 away from 300. If you guys like watching this stuff, listen to us bitch about it, give us a subscription.
Yeah, congrats, guys, because they were less than 100 when we first announced them on here. So I'm happy for them. That's awesome. Let's see. Let's go check the hashtag, shall we? While we're watching these idiots. What? Oh, for real. Apparently, Antifa in Portland tracked down and accosted a random Asian male who they accused of being Andy No.
Oh, that's a surprise. Fucking idiots.
Let me turn this down. Oh, my.
Wait. So you're telling me that every Asian looks like another Asian to these guys? That sounds really racist.
Yeah, he's walking down the street. They're yelling, "Fuck you, Andy."
The dude's like, "My name is Chang." It's probably Korean.
Oh, man. My name is Grant. Thank you. Oh, dude. Jordan got us some women's up in there in some exercise gear. Man, that black woman looks stretchy as hell, dude. You can fit right there. I bet she's got the thigh gap you like, Jack.
I like thigh gaps. That's where love happens, in the thigh gap.
And she'd be pretty if she didn't have those fucking drawn-on eyebrows, those thick ones. Oh, I fucking hate that. Ladies, stop doing that shit.
Yeah, just trim your natural brows if you're worried about something like that.
Yeah, it looks dumb. Looks real dumb. Okay, did all those. Oh, yeah, this kid. There was a kid who he said his college professor was being rude to him and giving him biased treatment because his first day of class he wore a "Make America Great Again" hat. Well, he goes in to have a meeting with her and records it, and midway through tells her he's recording it in a 2-party state.
Oh, that's not okay. That's probably a felony then. Yeah.
And I understand people are like, well, he didn't really do it. He was just trying to prove. Sorry, it's a 2-party state. He should have immediately, as soon as he started talking to her, do you mind if I record this? Because otherwise, you broke the law, man.
Yeah, you got to be real careful about that. Find out the laws in your state.
And it sucks, man. And I hope he doesn't face any actual real hurtful penalties, like a little slap on the hand, give him a little bit of community service because whatever. But if you're gonna do that, don't tell him. Don't tell him and release that shit to Wikipedia.
Right?
Be like, I don't know how that got recorded.
Hey, Eyes On got to 300.
Cool. Congrats, bud.
Nice work.
And don't forget, if you go over there, hit that like button. Do not go to somebody else's stream like this from my channel when I tell you to and not hit their fucking like button. You go over there, you represent proper. You hit that like button for them. You guys are good people, yeah. Okay, we did that story the other night. This one was a fake story, but it was funny. Jack, I'm just going to read the beginning to it. It's a fake story. It's from the World News Weekly.
Oh, yeah, fake.
Yeah. San Francisco police interrupt sex party involving midget, emus, and a fountain of sperm.
A fountain of sperm. Do you know how many dudes had to jerk off in that? That's how you know it's fake.
No. You know how I knew it was fake? Because I'm reading it, and I hadn't seen where it was from. I'm reading along, and it says 50 gallons of sperm. Like,
yeah, that's fake.
50 gallons? What'd you guys do? Go to boot camp?
Right? Did you knock over a Masturbators Anonymous?
Christ. Don't be fooled by cancel culture. Corporate power is the real issue. Gotta go after those corporations, Jack. Gotta have that class warfare going on.
Oh yeah, that's the next logical step.
Bastard Beast says, "How do you keep 50 gallons fresh?" I don't know. A lot of ice. Oh man.
It said that according to that story, it turns out the DA in charge of the case is friends with the professor. Well, I would insist he recuse himself then.
Sure.
But that kid's probably not going to get off light. You're right.
He still broke the law. And that's a pretty clear one. And look, I don't want him to, go away for a long time or anything. Slap on the hand at best. Nothing that's going to, like, you're going to jail for 10 years. No. The tape itself never got out. She called the police immediately. The tape was turned over to them. They have it all. They raided his house, took all of his computer equipment, which they need to get back, by the way.
They're not gonna. If she's friends with the DA, they're gonna fuck this kid over every which way.
Sure. But he needs to get his shit back because I'm tired of the government being able to keep people's shit. That is nonsense.
Yeah, that civil asset forfeiture is a fucking scam and a half. That's just straight up theft. That's one of the things I agree with the police reformists on. We need to get rid of that. I'd be all for that. I don't. Maybe if you're convicted, but until there's a conviction, no, they don't get to seize all your crap.
Yeah, it's nonsense, and it's a blatant violation of the Constitution.
Yeah,
that's in the Bill of Rights, motherfucker. You cannot take my shit. But we had to stop the druggers. Got to stop the druggers by taking everything they've ever made ever.
Yeah, it's always been a scam, and it's always been abused. It's not going to change.
Can you talk for just a second?
Yep.
Talk to the audience for just a moment. I'm watching. I need to watch something real fast, so I'm going to be
cool,
inattentive.
What's going on, chat? They wiped all his drives. That won't surprise me at all. Which they can't do that either, but it would not surprise me one bit. Yeah, this protest thing is usual sort of nonsense right now, but just waiting because these kids are getting bolder. As long as there's no consequences, they'll keep doing it. And same with the civil asset forfeiture. As long as they can get away with it, they'll keep doing it. So there's absolutely no incentive to change.
Okay, this is a video. It's a MSNBC guy talking to pediatricians and asked them, would you let your kid go back to school in the fall? And all of them that are on their little panel like, yeah. Oh, that's funny. That's funny. Oh, the American Academy or the Academy of Pediatrics of America, whatever it's called, they came out and said kids need to go back to school.
Yeah. I'm telling you, this is a scam by the teachers union because they're afraid of getting it.
Oh, this is a really horrible picture that I got to share with you. I don't know if you saw it, Jack. I think we were both tagged in it. But since I saw it, other people have to see it. It's Nancy Pelosi dressed as an American whore.
That's horrifying.
It says, we'll suck dick for impeachment. Yeah. You can tell it's not really her, though, for several reasons. But mostly because the turkey neck isn't there.
She doesn't have the gobbler going on, and she's not wrinkly enough everywhere else.
I actually find her more disturbing in real life.
Yeah, she's terrifying looking.
Yeah. Okay.
Test subject said, thanks, I hate it.
Yeah, it wasn't great. Rights. If you're not making six figures, you have no rights. We have rights, and there are people who fought for them. But the problem is most people just go along to get along. We have a real problem with that in this country, with Americans not. See, you have these assholes here protesting over literally nothing. But there's all kinds of shit that happens in our country that should be ended. And nobody says a word.
Well, people have lost their balls.
Bunch of goddamn pussies.
Yep.
A bunch of pussies running around, giving up their rights with no problem. It's amazing how quickly people are willing to just give up their rights, man. I'm having trouble seeing what's going on. Teebs is pointed at the fucking tree.
Well, it's an interesting tree, I guess.
Arix is like looking at two cops.
Touch herself, seeing how much she hates her dad or something.
Oh man, you know she does.
Yeah.
Her parents hate her a bunch.
Yeah.
Yeah, these people, good God.
It
does look like they're controlling it more, so go ahead, I'm sorry.
She's saying you're the only ones doing violence. Never mind those rocks.
Look, throwing rocks at people is not violence. Just because they literally kill people in other countries that way.
Look, a good old-fashioned stoning never hurt anyone.
The media hasn't said it should be ended, so why would they go out to prevent it? You know, you're going to make me bitch about our media again, aren't you? This shit happens every night, Jack. Every night. And the closest you'll see anywhere to anybody covering this, they'll call it, there was a protester. A protester got hit in the face with a rubber bullet the other night. They won't tell you the rest of the story. They won't tell you how those protesters have absolutely destroyed that building. You guys see that? The fucking Justice Center looks like garbage. I mean, come on. They're just setting fires. I don't think they care because at the moment they can't use it politically.
Guy with the bullhorn just said you're operating outside of the United States of America's authority.
Who said that? One of the protesters?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck off. You have no right to be out there intimidating people and trying to burn shit and throw rocks. As soon as that rock was thrown, the protest is over. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm surprised that there weren't more because usually that stuff comes as a group. But Monkey Cuomo said the protesters didn't need to be peaceful. Yeah, that was just to be clear, that was Chris, not Andrew. That was good old Fredo over there on CNN. Where does it say that protests have to be peaceful? Right there in the Constitution where it says you can have them. It's in this peaceably assemble, you dumb motherfucker. But I don't expect that motherfucker to know how to read. No, plus, with all those steroids, I don't know if he could.
Those aren't steroids. Those are vitamins of peace.
I'm sorry. Ooh, yeah. Those vitamins he takes.
Vitamins of peace. Because they don't give you a roid rage.
Vitamins of peace that cause him to be an angry little man with a really thick fucking neck. Look, you can be born with a thick neck, Jack, but there is a neck that you can tell, like, oh, that's some roids right there.
Yeah, those are the special vitamins.
Yeah.
The human growth vitamins.
Like, why is he eating hay all of a sudden? Don't ask. Don't ask. Yeah, it is amazing to me that he got very little shit for saying that. No, the other media outlets weren't like, hey, Chris, it says it right here, you stupid shithead. Because they're too busy worried about Trump misspelling something.
Yeah, I like that. I like what Fredo just said in chat. Who said that? Lord Solar, sorry. Called Andrews the geriatric genocider.
That's true. That's true.
It's absolutely true. He's a fucking monster who killed thousands of old people. And nobody should ever forget that. He sentenced a bunch of old people to die just to tuck away a problem.
He sent 6,900 known COVID patients to old folks' homes. Forced them to take them. Bunch of old people died, and he's like, "No, man, that's not what caused it. It was the workers there."
Yeah, the workers that got it because you threw all those sick people in there.
Those cops just brought in a second line. Did you see that?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off there.
No, you're fine.
He sent all the old people in, or all the sick people to the old folks home.
Yeah, it's fucking disgusting.
He had hospitals. He had the makeshift shift hospitals. One of them being a giant fucking building that he could have sent these people to. He had open space.
Yeah.
And instead, he forced them into senior citizens' homes.
Yeah, even after the Samaritan's Purse opened up the field hospitals, he was still sending old people to their deaths.
Yep. And if you listen to the telling now, he was on with Chris and like, I handled it as good as I can, I think. And his brother's like, yeah, you did it great. And now you have like Jennifer Rubin yesterday. Hey, Cuomo is how you should do it. Like, you guys really do want to kill old people, don't you? I think they want to kill some of the old people. Now, this is getting into the conspiracy theory area, Jack. So I have to say that out loud, guys. I don't have proof of this, but I think they want old people to die because they know old people tend to vote Republican.
Yeah, plus it's population control and it lessens the tax burden on others. So it's a win for him all around.
Lowers pensions.
Yeah.
Because you have less people collecting them.
It's a disgusting thought, but it's one that somebody like him I could see making.
Don't forget the 2 med ships. Well, the med ships nobody with COVID was supposed to go on those. That's why I didn't name those. Those were for people who had injuries, and stuff, but no COVID. Oh God, did you see MSNBC had been hyping up this dude who had COVID, right?
Yeah.
He told them on air he had 4 tests that came back negative. But they were still all quite sure, and one of their announcers apparently said, that's quite obviously COVID. He had a 5th test that came up negative, and then he had an antibody test. Guess what he never had?
COVID. I saw that article.
Motherfucker never had it, but he was their little poster boy for COVID for a while.
We just got confirmation of one of the cops is dead.
God damn it.
I dropped the link to the police conference.
Shit, that sucks.
Yeah, sorry, Richo. I didn't see you put that in time. I've been jumping between our stream and that stream.
Now,
missed the chat.
Yeah. There was a interesting thing that happened with that guy. Clearly, it's COVID. The doctors thought he had COVID. The symptoms were all COVID, but he didn't have COVID.
Well, the symptoms are also the flu.
You would think they would have tested for the flu.
Yeah, but I think everybody's so ginned up by this COVID thing, they're jumping to assumptions, which is incredibly dangerous. You don't want to give somebody the wrong treatment.
But they don't care, man. They don't care. Symptoms of COVID are stupid. Well, yeah, but I mean, in this case, we're talking about all the respiratory problems as well. Which flu might be. Although flu, at least when I've had the flu, it didn't hit my lungs real hard. It hit my body like a fucking truck, but my lung, I could still breathe okay. I'm wondering what he had. Like, you need to quarantine that motherfucker because he had something none of the rest of us got.
Right?
You need to put him in one of those decontamination chambers for a few days.
And real quick, thank you, Not Shio. Regarding that Pelosi picture, if a fire alarm business can go up in smoke and a plumber's business can go down the drain, can a hooker get laid off?
It's how she makes her money.
It's a question for the ages, really. It's a conundrum wrapped in an enigma.
Ladies and gentlemen, please hit that like button, hit the share button. Remember, we have t-shirts and mugs and stuff that you can buy down in the description. There's links for all that. You can also donate to me and Jack if you feel so inclined, because we're great people. And if you give us money, you will feel great sometime.
Someday,
eventually. One day you'll just wake up and be like, I feel great. And then you'll step on a Lego and go, God damn it.
Yeah, we don't guarantee the length of that greatness.
Resolute says he had non-COVID coronavirus, likely pneumonia. They could not find coronavirus in him at all.
Yeah, but that's what he's saying. He probably just had pneumonia.
Yeah, he could have had one of the other coronaviruses.
Yeah, that's totally possible.
They don't know what he had, but they pimped him out as even check 4 goddamn tests that said no, he doesn't have it, and they still put his ass up on the screen. He has coronavirus. Look how sick he is. They'd already known 4 tests and said no.
Wow.
By the time, I don't know of anybody who's gotten that sick with corona and them not be able to find it with the first test, or at least the second.
Yeah. Well, that's never stopped the media.
Lady Gopher, thank you so much for the hippo with the next time. That sticker, I appreciate it. That's a weird yellow for him. That's a weird yellow. He should probably go with a purple. I'm just saying. Match his eyes a little better. Just saying. But remember, Monkey, that this is for George Floyd. Oh, look. One of the greatest things I saw was TK down there in Seattle telling these guys who were out there, the Antifa guys, you're not here for George. You're not part of us. They're starting to see that. The few people who are still there for George Floyd are getting really, really pissed at the rest of what's going on. Massive says, did you hear about the Patreon lawsuit? I did not.
Oh, dude. Yeah. I tagged the stream. I retweeted it and tagged MITAM on it and Sinatra because Patreon is getting their asses sued. Apparently, there's some weird California law where if you take someone to arbitration, they have to pay up front for your legal fees. And Owen Benjamin's patrons are suing Patreon because Patreon interfered with their ability to give money by making a political judgment effectively and getting rid of Owen Benjamin on political grounds.
So it's California, so they'll still probably lose.
Yeah, but the judge was apparently really pissed with Patreon trying to fuck around, and they tried to change their terms of service to get out of this after this had all started. Mm-hmm. And the judge was, from the sound of it, handing them a loss today. So, because they took it to circuit court to sue them because they won't pay for the arbitration. So the circuit court said they have to. That's where it was when I last followed it. But Cernovich, who is a lawyer, was following it and live tweeting about it. And the judge was not happy. Apparently, Patreon's lawyers were introducing court cases that they didn't tell the other side about, which is against procedure. And that's a big, big no-no. Like, you can be written up by the Bar Association for that sort of shit.
Damn.
So, yeah, it looked like it was going in favor of the patrons and Owen Benjamin.
Buddha says they're looking for a black male wearing gray sweatpants in that shooting.
Yeah.
Fuck. I hope they catch the guy.
Yes.
Supposedly this law extends to YouTube as well. It's the class action suit Sinatra talked about a while ago. Even with this judge being pissed off, I mean, if we're in arbitration, that'll eventually break down. It'll have to go before a court. Then it ends up going before an appeal court, whoever wins. And I have a hard time believing the Supreme Court would step in here.
Well,
I wish they would, because this is a monetary thing.
Yeah, it's a financial issue. And it looks like any big YouTuber that got kicked off Patreon can have their patrons and themselves file suit under the same rule. So if enough people did it, it would bankrupt Patreon just in arbitration fees.
Right.
So it's really interesting because that might be a way for people that got screwed over through the demonetizations and getting booted off Patreon might be getting a little bit of restitution if it goes through. It's something I think we should probably follow.
Sure. But here's my question. They have to pay the fees up front. Does the other side, if they lose, have to pay it all back?
It sounds like that's a strong possibility, but I'm not entirely clear on that. I didn't do enough research to give you a good answer. Well, I'm guessing if they lose, they'll probably have to pay it back. But it might be enough upfront payment that it'll drain them financially before it even gets to arbitration, because there's so many people involved in this. And if they get hit with more and more lawsuits, it's going to overwhelm their system.
How many followers does Sargon have?
Sargon had 3,000 patrons.
Yeah, that's a lot of fucking people.
Yeah. And it sounds like some people that had paid in, the money didn't get to like Owen Benjamin, and patron just kept the money, which is something that YouTube has done, and so has.
I told Sinatra, as soon as that shit happened, you need to file suit in California.
Yeah, absolutely.
You guys can go back and watch. I told him this at the very beginning. I understand he probably doesn't have the money to do so, but that is not legal in any fucking way, especially in California. There is no fucking way you can keep somebody's money just because you decided to. Their terms of service, there's no way they're legal in California. No fucking way. 72 followers filed at the same time. Well, there you go.
Yeah, that's 72 people they have to pay legal fees for up front. And now if that ended up being like a couple thousand, that could get really expensive because lawyers aren't cheap. Yeah.
Even at 72, man, that's a lot. That's a fucking lot of lawyers, man. Because it doesn't matter what the TOS is, it's illegal. Yeah. A lot of these companies think if they just put it down in writing, like this is the terms of service, it still has to be legal.
Yeah. And a lot of that stuff is totally unenforceable from a legal standpoint. So
yeah. And if you guys don't understand what happened with Sinatra, you're wondering what the hell we're talking about. Sinatra got demonetized here on his main channel. At the time, he had several $1,000s in his AdSense account. AdSense has a rule that if you're not monetized, then they will not send you a check. So they've been sitting on several $1,000s of his money for more than a year now.
Yeah. And apparently Teespring is also doing this. And so is Patreon. And what was the other one? There's somebody else that has a similar TOS where if your account gets canceled, you don't get paid.
Yeah,
they just keep that money.
Yeah, that's nonsense. Now, if they'd return that money to the people who donated, that would be fine. But they also, Sinatra also makes money in commercials, so they'd still owe him some.
Well, you've seen what they do with super chats. If it's something offensive, they just seize it and give it to somebody else.
Yeah, like which is also bullshit.
That's totally fucking illegal. You're interfering with the transaction. They're donating to a specific person, and you don't get to decide, no, that's not good enough, and then give it to some third party.
Right.
I don't see how that's legal in any stretch of the imagination. I don't care what the TOS says.
Now, there may be states where you could pull that shit off. There's no fucking way that's legal in California. No fucking way. Michael says their TOS is against the law. Even with their TOS, the company changes their TOS and yeets the channel and keeps their money. Yep. With YouTube, at least, that has been the case all along. That has been in their rules. But their rule is not legal. You cannot keep somebody's money that they earned. Even with, oh, no, we just don't send checks to those people. Motherfucker, yet you can. Just give him his money.
Thank you, Massive. It was PayPal was the other one I was forgetting.
Oh, okay. Now,
it's also false advertising. It absolutely is, Circus, because what they're saying when you donate is this is going to this person. And now they're changing the rules as they go along, saying, well, it's not really for that person. It credits their account, but they don't have any account anymore, so they don't get the credit, which is bullshit.
The suit against Patreon, I'm not as interested in. Somebody needs to do this shit to PayPal.
Yeah, PayPal, Stripe, MasterCard. YouTube's probably, or Google is probably on the block there for a lot of this, but that's going to be petty cash to them. But it's
MasterCard and Stripe, especially those two.
Yeah,
those are the fuckers who are canceling people's ability to bank.
Yeah, exactly. And that should really be investigated by the feds. Like, there's a reason we have laws for banking, and it's shit like this, because that is totally, totally wrong to single someone out because you disagree with their politics and say, well, we're going to totally prevent you from doing business anymore.
Michael Hatfield says Tommy Sotomayor claims to have had 28,000 in one of his accounts. I believe it.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me at all.
Channels. Yeah. Tommy used to pull in a lot of viewers, man. He still does, but he's been yeeted from several channels. And his first one, his main one, I have no problem believing he had that much money in there.
Yeah. That's why whenever I sell something on Teespring, I request a payout right away, because I'm not running into that where they suddenly decide that I'm unwanted and they're not going to give me the money for the design for the shirt that you guys put in for, to get what you wanted and to support me. And I think that's bullshit.
Pete, I'll get to what you said there in a second, but Random says, would this not fall under racketeering laws? Possibly. Yeah,
it could.
But Pete says PayPal should use a middleman. The problem is it's not just that MasterCard has said that, hey, you got to do. PayPal agrees with them.
Yeah.
They've come out publicly, and they're doing this based on politics, which is bullshit. Fucking bullshit. He said the wrong words. Go fuck yourself. You're a bank.
Yeah. PayPal absolutely should be a middleman, but they refuse to. They can't resist playing politics.
Yep.
It's all this is about is politics and wrongthink. And that's some very commie Orwellian shit where if you have the wrong ideas, you can't do business at all.
Yeah, and Drew, where was that? Evolved Potato said, canceling your ability could literally leave you unable to buy food. Exactly. Unable to buy food, pay your rent. There are places that don't do it in cash. And even if they did, if you get a paycheck and you can't cash that motherfucker, then what?
Yeah. How are you going to pay for anything? It could really hinder somebody's ability to do anything. We saw Chase Bank closing people's accounts.
Yep.
That should be completely fucking illegal. You shouldn't be able to single out based on somebody's political views what your their ability to do business is. That's not what your system is set up for.
Faithless says, and get them all under a RICO charge for colluding to do it. Yeah.
Yeah, if we had anybody with balls in politics, but they're all getting paid by these people.
Look, the problem here, this could be such a slam dunk for some politician in California. Go after MasterCard and fuck them over. The problem is MasterCard is doing it because people are being racist. So they can't come out there and go, yeah, we're going to defend MasterCard for stopping people from being racist, or go after MasterCard for stopping people from being racist. And therein lies the problem, is that charge has been thrown out there.
There's no political will to stop this from happening, which means it's going to keep going on, just like these stupid fucking riots.
Only if they were convicted of a crime should a bank be able to deny service. When it comes to banks, even if you were convicted of a crime, I have no problem saying no. You still have to be able to let them have at least a checking account, for fuck's sake. We are too credit and debit card related these days for banks to be able to say, no, we won't do any business with you. It's not a what's the word I'm looking for? Endorsement of that person's ideology. How much does the bank know about, fuck the banks? What do they know about what I say? They have no fucking idea. They just let me do my fucking business. It's none of your business what I'm out here saying. Cash my fucking check, pussy.
That's right. And the problem is also that the term racist and all these other terms have gotten so watered down. It could be anything. It's just an accusation.
Yep. And if there was an alternative for people, that would be different. But there's not. Yeah. In many of these cases, there's just simply not. So, I mean, and then they go after anybody who tries to make an alternative. That's what happened with, what's his name? Dick Masterson, the thing that he was creating.
Yeah.
They're like, nope, sorry, we got to shut that down too. But what? And I know there were people that had some controversy. Oh, Dick has access to everybody's information. Is he going to look at it? He was just trying to help make a new PayPal alternative. and they shut that shit down.
Yeah. They have a lot of power, and they influence a lot of politicians, so they're going to get off scot-free, and it's bullshit. This is going to get a lot worse because, like I said, they're watering down all these terms, so you're going to have a lot of people that are end up doing some black market shit because there's now a business for it. And that's how the mafia got started. Bootlegging, running black market stuff. That's what causes that.
Insecure says identity fraud and bank robbery convictions should be the only real factor. I get what you're saying there. I do. But again, where we're at right now financially, I don't know how you live without a debit card.
Yeah, because there's a lot of stuff you have to buy online or pay with a card.
Oh. Miss Nuts is going to bed. I hope you don't wake up with punctured titties, honey.
That's dark.
No, she said earlier she woke up the one time with 2 little holes in her boobie. What? I was being kind.
I know, but it just came out weird. Yeah, plus there's the coin shortage because the mint isn't running. I think some of that's bullshit, and they're just saying that. But yeah, there definitely some shady shit going on. They want you to go more toward using your cards and stuff like that, which will make it easier to keep people in line.
Love you, Nuts. Thank you so much for all you do for us, and I hope you sleep well.
Have a good one.
And Green Death says, night, y'all. Thanks for helping the insomniacs stay sane. Have a good night. Thanks for coming by.
Have a good night, man.
I understand the idea of companies not falling under the First Amendment and that they should have the rights to do business with who they want to. But there are exceptions to that. There are exceptions when our society changes to a point where that becomes a necessity to get by. These say that you have people out there like, you have to have the internet. You really don't. You could live without the internet. It'd be difficult. But I couldn't live my life right now, Jack, without a debit card.
Yeah.
I just couldn't. Who the fuck carries cash anymore?
Well, I try and pay in cash because I'm a weirdo, but I get it. Most people don't. And now with the coin shortage, everybody wants exact change. And if you don't have it, they get all pissy about it.
Well, what happens? Because there are companies that will only pay you either direct deposit or onto a debit card.
Yeah.
That's the only way they do payments. And what happens if you've been canceled by the banks? You just don't get paid? You got to work for free?
Well, yeah. I mean, you can't have a job if you can't get paid. Because what's your employer going to do? They're not going to write one check because you don't have an account anymore. So how are you going to work?
Faithless says, I would say banking is a right before I would ever say healthcare is. I would agree with you. And it's not even that I would think that most of the time. If you go back, say, 10 years, I'd be like, no, it's not a right. But where we're at right now, absolutely.
Yeah, because so much is done, especially with online payments. And like you said, getting paid through direct deposit. Yeah, you really can't escape the fact that if your bank account got shut off, you would be pretty boned.
Yep. I pay a very large majority of my bills. I don't know if there's any. I don't think we pay any bills with checks anymore. I think it's all online. I'm trying to think if there's any. I
haven't written a check in like 3 years.
Yeah, the only time I write a check is if we order pizza, because those people, we don't keep cash on hand and they don't take cards. So, yeah.
Yeah, I'm with Pete. It's easier to keep track of my money if I'm using cash. If you just use your card all the time, it's easier to just. I lose track. I'm really bad with my money if I don't use cash. But
I don't go outside very much, So yeah. If I'm ordering something, it's off Amazon, and I try to be very frugal on there. Evolved Potato says, I learned to write a check for nothing, right? Chemo says, I pay all my payments online. Yeah, me too. Random's blaming me because he wants pizza now. That's your fault. I didn't say nothing.
You did mention pizza, so.
I write checks for pizza mama mia.
Yeah, Carol's right. This is draconian shit. It's a way to control people's behavior and say, look at what we did to this person. We can destroy your life too. Fall in line.
Yep.
And that's a strong possibility that would be how some of these Marxist types do get control over people.
And when you have something as powerful as MasterCard and Chase Bank canceling people, this is where somebody from our government should have stepped in.
Yeah.
They're like, no. When you have somebody like Sinatra, and Sinatra is not even the biggest one who has money held out there, but they've got several $1,000s of his, and they're like, yeah, we're just not giving that to you. Like, you can't, okay, that money was, much of it was specifically given to give to Sinatra. That was the terms of what was given there. You can't keep that. I don't care who you are or what your fucking terms of service say. Give him his fucking money, Susan. And no, that doesn't count towards the payment to see my dick. Anyhow.
Yeah, they really need to stop claiming people's money like that. Even though it's not big numbers, like this isn't $1 million or anything.
Sure.
They've taken enough from a lot of people that it breeds resentment, and it does add up.
Well, there's also, I don't know if these idiots have thought about this. When you keep somebody's money like that, oftentimes, if you're forced to give it back to them, you have to give them interest on it too.
Yeah.
You guys, you see, I don't know how many of you guys know this, but most large companies, say Google, YouTube, whatever, they use their cash. They don't have just a big pile of cash somewhere. That goes into stocks, which they make money off of. So right now they are making money off of Sinatra's money. And if that did go to court, not only would they have to give Sinatra back his money, they'd have to give him more.
Yeah, plus legal fees.
Yeah, because right now they're making money off of his money. And you can't do that, YouTube. That is illegal. Fucking shitbags. But by the way, hey, Susan, seriously, for the right price, I'll show you my dick. Promise.
No takebacks. She has to give you the money.
Yeah, you got to give me money first. Money up front. Look, I'm a stand-up guy. I will do it. I promise. It'll be my dick. If you want, we'll do 2 shots so you can see my face first, and then we'll get a closer one so you can match them up and make sure that's still my dick. I'm a stand-up guy. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for coming and hanging out with us tonight. Looks like Portland has settled down, at least to the point where it's not scary anymore, Jack. That was a scary looking situation. All it took would be one little push from that crowd, and those cops would have went down.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that the Portland police have finally broken that up a little bit. The people are still out there. If you want to go watch over on LOTN Stream, I will probably be over there watching, but I'll be talking to Jack and doing other stuff in the background, so I won't be in the chat too much. But I'll be over there watching.
They've resorted to dancing mostly. So
yeah, they're losers. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you so very much for the donations. You guys are very kind, and I really do appreciate it. I don't know how much you guys realize that I really do appreciate it. Fucking government got a big chunk of what you guys have given me just yesterday. Fucking bastards. Hey, why do they gotta take so much of my money, Jack?
Because they can.
Yeah. Anyhow. Jack, anything you want to show?
I'll throw a link to my latest videos in the chat for both my channels. And thank you guys for the donations. It is greatly appreciated. You guys are awesome.
Now, as you know, Jack, every so often I like to just run a little bit longer for those jackasses who leave as soon as I say we're going to be closing the show. You guys, you have to stay until the monkey sings or you miss things. That's just how it is. But I'm not doing that tonight because I got other shit to do. See, tonight we'll be on Scribe Light's channel, 9 p.m. Eastern time for Lords of the Night. Sometime after this, I will be doing a game stream in just a little bit. I'm nice and wide awake tonight. And we got zombies to kill. So I'll go kill some zombies on 7 Days to Die over on my Ranting Monkey Games channel. The link is below. Remember, all of our links are below. Check them out. We're great people. Thank you so much for watching. Jack, thank you so much for joining me. Everybody, have a great night. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Susan wants to see my dick.